Hello everyone, my name is Vishnu and I'm your host for Muni-Muni Labs. So today's video is all about passive income apps. And these are apps that you can see give you back money in terms of gift cards or actual cash money through PayPal by achieving certain tasks that are minimal, that don't take too much time away, like uploading receipts onto it, watching ads to get money back, or giving your phone to the server, or giving your phone your data usage to the app company so you can get money in return or gift cards in return. So this is what I'm going to talk about today. I have for the past week downloaded multiple passive income apps, and I've tested it out for you guys to see whether these apps are legit, whether they're worth your time, and also to give you an update, an early update about my journey to hopefully get around $10 or $20 per month just from these passive income apps with absolutely no input from my side or very little input from my side. All right, let's get straight into the video. So the first passive income app that I want to show to you is Smore, okay? So here you can see, what is Smore about? Well, it uses up your lock screen. So you've given your lock screen to Smore to give it as a space to display advertisements. So whenever I open my screen, whenever I open my phone, on my lock screen, I see a different advertisement every day, every hour. And from those advertisements, I get 10 points per day. So you can see I've been using it for quite a while, and I've been getting 10 points consistently every single day in return for giving up my lock screen to see ads and for them to display ads onto the lock screen. So this app that not only gives you a way to earn money through showing it through your lock screen, but also there are different ways. Like for example, watching a video, which 2 videos equals 1 point, referring friends, and also downloading apps. I tried downloading these apps, but for me in this app, this doesn't seem to be working. And what I'm seeing here is in my feed, you can see here, right? Plus 5 points app recommended incentive. So I sometimes get it, I sometimes don't. So that's one of the con that I've seen while the usage of this app. But overall, I feel like this app is one of the legit apps that I have used. I'll get into the non-legit apps, but this seems to be a really legit app because a good way to figure out whether it's legit or not is the degree of difficulty to earn money. So if it's hard for you to get to a point where you have to earn money, you know that it's a legit company. That's what I've had in my experience. So currently I have 253 total points. I need 300 minimum points, and 300 is equal to $3. And for that, I'll be getting Amazon gift card. So that's just one of the apps that I've been using. I really like this app. It's absolutely amazing. And I hope I will update you guys that I truly get the gift card in return. Okay. So the second app that I have to talk about, Earn app, is a really amazing app, because this is what I would call truly passive income. Like there is absolutely nothing that you have to do to get money from this app. Because if you look here, what this app does is it shares the resources of this phone to computer servers. So whenever my phone is idle, or whenever I'm using my phone and there's some extra amount of computing space, it gives it to the server so it can compute other tasks. So I have absolutely no input. And for how much the data they use, they also give me money. I've earned 50 cents to this day. So for redeeming a balance, I need to reach at least $20. And from the reviews that I've heard, this is quite a legit company. And again, this goes back to what I said. The degree of difficulty is directly correlated with how good the app is. So if it's really hard to get money, if it takes a long time to get money, then you know that it is more legit than other apps. So this is truly one of the best apps, and if you get anything from this video, you should at least download this app, because it's not using any of your personal data. It's only using computing space, which is much better than other apps that I've downloaded, which we'll talk about later. So the first 2 apps that I've talked about, Smore and Earn app, really doesn't infringe upon your privacy at all. Smore simply uses your lock screen to show ads, And Earn app just uses the computing space in your phone to do other tasks. So you haven't really given any kind of private information more than you usually do by doing searches and by doing other kinds of activities, which normally all search engines do pick up some amount of identifiable data from you. So let's go to this third app where it's starting to infringe a little bit upon privacy, but I'm okay because my philosophy is that they literally know everything what we do. Might as well benefit off of it. So here you can see this Amazon shopper panel is really amazing because I'm an Amazon Prime member. And when I first downloaded this app, they asked me to join a wait list, and eventually I got approved. And this is truly a legit app because it is literally from Amazon. And here you can see in this app, what it requires us to do is upload 10 receipts every month to get $10 reward every single month. So if recently I just shopped at Sprouts, and from that you can see here receipt 1 March 13th 2021, I uploaded it, and there's individuals who review it, and then they approve it that I truly did shop, and they've got the data from it. So by uploading 10 receipts, I am eligible to get a $10 reward, which will directly be credited to my Amazon balance, which is absolutely amazing. It's no work at all because once I finish my shopping, I just take a picture of my receipt and I'm done. I haven't matched for any surveys yet, but probably the more I use this app, the more they'll trust me and the more they'll send surveys. But this is truly one. And if you're an Amazon Prime member, which basically most of the world is, you'll definitely benefit from this app. So you'll notice I've only downloaded 3 apps. And that's because after weeks of usage, I've come to only like these 3 apps because these are the 3 apps that really doesn't infringe upon my privacy in a glaring way. And it also truly, I believe, will give me passive income. And I really don't have to input anything. Smore, it just adds on my lock screen. Earn app, I literally don't have to do anything. And Amazon shopper panel, I just have to take pictures of my receipts. There's absolutely no work involved. So let's go to the Play Store. Okay. So let me talk about the apps that I downloaded and I've ever since I've uninstalled them. So one of the apps that I downloaded was PolePay. Okay, the PolePay was a really good app, but it involves a lot of work. So I did the first survey, and like the shows, I got around 1.39. That was just to give my basic information. But I started to give away a lot of information. Where do you live? What's your zip code? It was starting to freak me out a little bit. But after that, they had surveys where for 30 minutes of my time, I get $1.2. Or for 60 minutes of my time, I get $1.8 or $2. And at a point, once I started doing those surveys, I realized that the amount of time that I put into this is lower than the minimum wage. And that's what really got me thinking, where these kind of apps are truly not passive. The risk outweighs the benefit. The risk of giving away your privacy really outweighs the benefit because you're not in really an appreciable time. You're not really earning anything. And that's why I ended up uninstalling the app because I really didn't see any benefit of spending 30 minutes or 1 hour to get $2 where I could spend 1 hour and get $7 minimum wage. So that's something to consider. Another app that I downloaded was I think it's Killy. Yeah, earn rewards for being you. Okay, this app is not very convenient. Number one, I believe it's a super app. So when I downloaded it, it not only had surveys, it had uploading receipts like Amazon shopper panel. It had giving away your data, like answering questions about your personal, linking your bank account. So these kind of things you should definitely be aware of because it can lead to instances where your privacy is infringed upon. So these are things, the moment I installed this app, I didn't even give much information. I looked at the app, I looked at it for a while, and I realized this is not worth my time. And one deceptive thing about this app is earn a weekly paycheck. This is what they say. So you go there and thinking, oh, I'm going to get $10 every week. No, that's not how it works. It's just like every other app where you have to do a certain amount of surveys, and based on the amount of work that you've done, you get a certain amount of money. It's really not a weekly paycheck. It's not passive at all. Okay. Another one that I downloaded was Cash Em All. Yeah, that one. So this one was actually legit. It's a legit app where you earn money by playing games. So for every single game, it measures the amount of time you earned, time you spent, and then you earn money based on that. But what I realized in the end was the same thing that I realized with PullPay. I spend hours and hours just downloading apps, getting points to go down to the level where I can cash out. And the risk benefit ratio, again, is definitely favored to the risk side, where all I'm doing is I'm downloading multiple apps on my phone that probably has some kind of viruses or some kind of risks, and I'm not really getting much money back in that time. So therefore, I had to uninstall this. But I did end up earning 0.5 dollars from this app, which just goes to show the amount of work and the amount that you earn is just not in your favor. Okay, the final app that I downloaded was Facebook Viewpoints. And this is a really good app. And generally, I don't know why I uninstalled this, but I think the main reason I uninstalled this was, number one, I felt that this was one of the apps that really infringed upon your privacy. Like, it was the biggest app that infringed upon privacy. And the reason I say that is it was giving quite a good points. So you see here, this is well-being survey. That was a similar survey that I was in. And so it told me to be part of that survey, and then it told me to download a different app called Facebook Study. Okay, this is the app that's the problem. So just like you've seen Facebook in the news where they don't really show, they're not really transparent about what they do. So I had to download Study from Facebook. And this app basically takes over your phone and monitors every single thing that you do. From the moment you open your phone to the moment you close your phone, and even probably in the background. And it monitors everything, reports it to Facebook. They use it as data. They use it in their studies, and in return, you get weekly 250 points. And it's an ongoing study for a long period of time. So it was consistent money and from a reputable organization, but it was also from a questionable organization in terms that I was quite worried about constant monitoring of my private data and whatever I do on a daily basis. So I decided not to continue to keep this app, but I do recommend. I would definitely say this is one of the top apps there in terms of earning potential, because it's truly passive. You just download the app, you go into the study, and you're done. But you have to be aware of the side effects of downloading the app and the infringement upon your privacy. So that's it. That's all I have for you, folks. It's essentially, passive income apps are worth your time, but it's also important for you to download the correct apps. And I would definitely 100% recommend these 3 apps for you to download, because they're truly passive income. They don't take time away from your work, from your life, from your studies. And they're really giving you an edge, at $10 at the end of the month to spend on whatever you want to do, to invest. And this goes a long way. You might say, Vishnu, hey, that's not, $10 is not a lot. I mean, what am I going to do with $10? My response to you is, it's all about the mindset, right? You have to begin at an early age. You have to begin at an early point in your life, and you have to change your mindset to think, okay, with my free time, how can I earn money? How can my money compound on my other money? And how can every single thing that I do lead to a secure and financially well future? And these are the steps towards that future. It might not be a lot. $10 might not be a lot. But by looking at these apps, your wavelength about about money, about what you earn, about how you earn, but your attitude towards money changes. And that bleeds over to all the other areas of your life. You're essentially becoming an entrepreneur, a person who's willing to find ways to make money, to find ways to build a better financial future. And that's what this is all about. Passive income might not amount to a lot, but $10 per month compounded at the rate of the S&P 500 really will end up to be a big amount when you retire. So it's all about the long game. Thank you. Have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video.